The crypto markets are up this morning, and several of you are probably asking why. Of course, in recent news, we've had a lot of conflict and geopolitical tensions that caused many retail investors over the weekend to assume that crypto prices would begin to crash. But instead, they are up today. And the question in everyone's mind is, why are they up? And will that rally continue, or is this simply another dead cat bounce? In today's video, we seek to answer this question for you. So if you're excited about it, make sure even right now to smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. All right, let's go. Before we get into the meat of today's video, I want to make sure and leave you guys with a disclaimer. We never offer financial advice on this channel, but more so we go through the news and go through the charts to help you understand the potential probability of the next move for the markets. Please reach out to a financial advisor before making any crucial decisions. With that said, though, I do want to break down for you what is going on today and why I personally believe that markets are about to continue their bullish momentum. Now, one of the biggest reasons we're rallying right now is because of something we actually predicted last Friday. Just in, according to the Investing Bros X account, Iran has signaled a desire to de-escalate tensions with Israel and has privately indicated it may resume nuclear talks if the U.S. remains uninvolved in the conflict. Of course, this was the big reason for fear over the weekend as Israel and Iran were exchanging bombs back and forth. But as we said, more than likely some sort of deal would come forward eventually. And even if the conflict were continued, if you didn't see our Friday video, we actually took a look at the history of these types of conflicts over the last 3.5 years and have noticed that every single time in the past, there's been 4 different major events that have happened. Every time crypto prices seem to rebound and begin moving to the upside right after these issues. So hopefully people were to watch that video and bought the dip over the weekend. But even if you didn't, I still believe there is some space to the upside left for this potential rally. Now, we're going to take a look at some altcoins here later on, but I wanted to start off just with the Bitcoin chart. And as I said back here on Thursday, when the big dip happened and people were freaking out, of course, this is the night that Israel first laid attacks on Iran. I told you, don't be surprised if this ends up being the bottom move. If I go to the daily chart, this was a beautiful looking hammer candle that often marks the bottoms of pullback positions. It also coincidentally came back and hit a former resistance level, turning it into support, an extremely strong move for a bigger move to the upside. Of course, today's daily candle is coming in nice and big and bullish, which is kind of backing up this prediction that we made on Friday, and it's giving a lot of people comfort about what the rest of the week could look like for Bitcoin prices. But despite the fact that Bitcoin is rallying here today, another good sign is that Bitcoin dominance itself also took a little bit of a rejection after a rally. We had been marking for the last couple of weeks a rising channel here, a rising wedge in the Bitcoin dominance chart. And this is something that if you're an altcoin fan and you want altcoin season to happen, you want this chart to come back down. We have targets all the way back down for the next couple of days and weeks down at 62%. But when the attack happened on Thursday, Bitcoin dominance began to climb again, making several people believe that we were in big, big trouble. However, you can see here just the opposite of Bitcoin. Instead of falling back to a former resistance level turning support, Bitcoin dominance rallied back up to this green line, a former support level. And as of today, it looks like we are using it as resistance and are beginning our descension back down. The 2 biggest reasons for this move are because of number one, Ethereum. We've been tracking and telling you that ETH over Bitcoin has been making some bullish moves and is ready to break out of a bull pennant any day now. That could be a massive dump to the Bitcoin dominance chart. But the other one making some splash here today would be the XRP over Bitcoin chart. And even though we aren't seeing any sign of strength necessarily with a bull trend, we do see that XRP is up 3.5% over Bitcoin today. Ethereum and XRP are going to be the 2 coins with the most potential to do damage to Bitcoin dominance. So following their charts, not only over the Bitcoin chart, but ETH and XRP over US dollar is going to be very important for the rest of this week. As we take a look at the Ethereum chart to start off, this is is Ethereum over USD. I told you guys on Friday, as long as we do not lose this green line, this support level for Ethereum, we would continue to see bullish momentum on Ethereum. And if the bullish momentum continues on Ethereum, more than likely later this summer, we should be seeing altcoin season. Yes, that season you guys have been waiting for years, where your favorite altcoins begin to go crazy. Well, with a recent bounce above this green line and an emergence on Ethereum, starting to price in 12-hour buy signals even on the Lux Algo Oscillator, with our green reversal, our bullish momentum, and positive money flow coming back in, we once again are looking for Ethereum to make a breakout in the next couple of weeks, all the way back up to $3,800. When it comes to XRP, despite the fact that it is already up more than 5% today, it still is struggling in a little bit of a boring trading zone as it waits for the next move. We've told you on this channel that we expect when XRP eventually does break this red level of resistance, we could see a massive move for XRP over the rest of the summer, all the way up to $4.30. But for now, this resistance level in this area around $2.34 remains a key level to watch. However, the reason why I am still very bullish on XRP, and I do believe that Bitcoin dominance will plummet, XRP will rally, is because we are continuing to maintain a viewing of a constricted Bollinger Band on XRP that is predicting a massive move coming for the rest of the year. You can see here this Bollinger Band level, this blue zone, is getting tighter and tighter and tighter, with support rising and resistance falling. The last time we were this constricted, all the way back in October, led to a massive breakout pattern for XRP, and ultimately a bull flag pattern that does still signal for the end of the bull market. XRP easily could be making its way over $11, pushing closer towards 12. For now, though, XRP holders need to keep their focus on this red level until it is broken. Until we get back in the world of 240, 250, XRP will remain in this tight trading zone. And if you're not ready for this, could make you, a trader, extremely frustrated. But I encourage you, continue to be patient, continue to watch the charts and follow the news, because this still has the potential to be a massive explosion in the next couple of weeks and next couple of months if you're patient for it. Now, again, I'm not promising you that XRP is going to explode tomorrow. I'm not promising you that altcoin season is coming by the end of the summer. I think a lot of things in the news and a lot of things on the charts are leading us towards an increased probability of that happening. It still means that we need to stay up to date with all major updates coming out, and we need to make sure we're not falling for the major FUD and FOMO that is thrown our way. If you don't know what I mean by that, FUD, standing for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, is a tactic by the composite man, the manipulators, to scare you at the bottom of moves. In fact, this war dispute, as we've said in several videos now, more often than not, is trying to scare you to make you convinced that a massive war is coming, a massive geopolitical tension is coming, and markets crash. Well, historically, we actually end up seeing that be very bullish. But it's still going to be a tactic for anyone who's not researched, who hasn't done their analysis, to think this is a great time to sell the markets. On the flip side, make sure to watch out for FOMO articles, fear of missing out, where the price has been rallying, it's going sky high. They will continue to make you more bullish and more bullish and more bullish, and encourage you to buy despite the fact that maybe price levels on the charts are showing overbought levels. These are things that we teach you how to navigate in our VIP trading group every single day, with live trading sessions, live Q&As, live news updates. We make sure all of our VIP traders are up to date on all information so that they can make the best decision for themselves to make money in volatile markets. If that's something you want to check out, there's a link in the description down below. Go sign up today. Now, while that's the end of what I have for you in the charts, before I let you go, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. But you need to make sure you're aware of some big events happening the rest of this week. Starting off tomorrow on June 17th, we have been looking forward to the XRP spot ETF decision from the SEC now for over a month. This is going to be absolutely massive because XRP, if it is approved, will be the third ever crypto ETF, spot ETF, ever approved here in the United States. And if the altcoin season does end up launching this summer, this is going to bring massive institutional adoption to XRP, making the price go parabolic. But again, it does depend on what we hear tomorrow, the 17th, from the SEC. The following day on Wednesday, of course, is going to be the FOMC meeting. Jerome Powell will take the stage, and as expected, I'm going to believe he's going to once again keep the rates paused. But as always, we never necessarily only follow what the decision is. We need to hear his reasoning and how he responds to questions in the press conference. For that, the Investing Bros will be live on Wednesday at 1:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will cover the decision, we will cover the press conference, and give you our takes on what this means for future crypto price action. And the last thing you need to be aware of is Thursday the 19th. It is Juneteenth, and in celebration of that date, there will be a closed market. The crypto markets are always open, but the stock market and heavy retail investment will be closed down for the day. So expect some volatility over the next couple of days leading into that closed day, and then more volatility on Friday as the markets open back up. Well, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Once again, if you did enjoy it, smash the like, hit subscribe. If you want to see more from me and learn more on a daily basis on how to navigate these markets, check out that VIP trading group. I'll see you over in Discord. Adios.